Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 20-Minute Podcast, your source of tech news every Tuesday. In today's episode, we're going to talk about news from Netflix, Apple, Tesla, and more. So, tech lovers, stay tuned for today's episode. For the first news of the day, we're going to talk about Netflix. So, the news is that Netflix raised their monthly plan fee. And what do you think about that, Fuad?
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. So of course I don't like it because we're paying more, but at the same time if we're getting like more quality, like I know over time it will compound, but it's only like $1 difference or $1.50 difference. It's not too big of a jump, but if we're still gonna get like quality shows, I don't really mind it. If we're gonna get better shows, like this year was very good for Netflix. If you remember, they released a movie every week. We got like Red Notice, which was their biggest ever movie ever, like biggest release weekend. We got like some really good shows like Arcane. Arcane is like in the top 10 IMDb shows or something like that, if we exclude documentaries. So they are coming with a lot of good shows and movies lately. So I
This
don't.
year.
Yeah, this year. So as long as they're really producing enough quality content, I don't mind that. But I have to say the price increase is for now is only in the US and Canada, and it's gonna come to other users. Actually, they didn't say exactly if it's gonna go to other countries or not, but we can expect that they will increase it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe in a couple of months, they're going to increase it in different stores or versions of the plan. But if you see the article, the price difference, like from 2017 to 2022, is like around $6, which is not that much compared to what features they're getting and how many movies they're like producing now, which is great.
Yeah, that's true. Even in the basic plan, it was $7.99 and it's $9.99. So it's only a couple dollars different each month. Of course, it's like over like years, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, but if you're still using if you're using it and getting your money's worth, then I feel like it's okay.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, so the prices, so the normal ranges it went from $9 to the basic plan went from $9 to $10, and the one tier up went from 14 to $15.50, and the highest plan, the 4K, went from 18 to $20 per month, which is a little expensive. That one I feel like is a bit expensive.
Yeah, it is a bit expensive, but I think if like 4 people use the account, they're gonna make like their money's worth because everybody's paying $5. Because you can use 4 screens at the same time, correct?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's the cheapest if 4 people use the same account.
Yeah. I guess so. Right. The basic, you only have one screen, and you pay $10.
Yeah, and you're paying 10. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the 2 screens you pay 15.49, so that's around $7.5 per user. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting, but it's worth it in my opinion because I watch Netflix a lot.
Yeah, same. They also say that also Hulu has increased the price. So Netflix is not the only service that's increasing. Also Hulu increased their plans by $1. So
No, okay.
yeah.
So they're not the only service providers who are adding a bit of money for people to pay.
Yeah,
or
I
raise
guess
their
so.
prices. More accurate. Okay, now let's talk about the surprising news from Apple. So the news from Apple It's a bug for Safari 15, which can leak recent browsing activities and personal identifiers. So, yeah, it's a big problem, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. I've read the Verge article about it. They say that currently there's no way to really avoid the exploit except changing your browser, and that's not possible on iPhones and iPads. I think you have Google Chrome, but I'm not sure how they would work. I think they also have the bug, so it's only avoidable if you're on Mac. But they're saying it's a report from I think Fingerprint JS, so 9 to 5 Mac. Uh, it's a so yeah, Fingerprint JS is a browser fingerprinting and fraud detection service. They say they found a vulnerability that come from Apple's implementation of something called IndexedDB, which is a application programming interface which stores data on your browser. It
Yeah.
basically the bug says if you have a tab, for example, that has a Google account on it, so if it's your YouTube or your like Google Documents, or your Google Calendar or something like that, and you open also another tab that has like a malicious website or something, I think it might be able to see some of your information, like your profile picture or stuff like that.
Yeah, so any information for your Google account or any account for this
Um,
matter.
I think they're saying it's exclusive to Google accounts. I'm not sure. It says Fingerprint JS notes sites that use your Google account. Uh, all generate databases with unique Google user ID in its name, and that bug can expose to other websites. So I guess it might be only for Google user ID, but I'm sure if people look into it, they can find out.
Yeah, I think like if it's only Google, it's really like important to not continue with the same problem or find a solution to it because most people just use Google. So it's a really big problem in my opinion because you got to be much more careful which websites you enter, etc.
Mm. I'm reading. It says the they created this proof of concept demo, and it says the vulnerability shows how sites exploit the bug. It can scrape information from your Google user ID. It currently detects 30 sites like Instagram, Netflix, Twitter. I think if you use a Google account to log into these websites, I think they can get also detected, which is a big problem. Like I don't know how this needs to be like fixed as soon as possible. Usually Apple are good at doing if it's a big problem. Usually they fix it quickly if it's a big bug. But I hope
Yeah,
this gets fixed soon. Yeah, and if you're using Safari 15 on your Mac or other,
the
you can.
iPhone or iPad, anything.
Yeah, I think for now, always update to the newest firmware and try to use a different uh, browser.
Yeah. So now to the third news of the day,
Yeah,
which is about Tesla.
yeah. Okay, so Tesla, there we have two news for today. So Tesla, first of all, is delaying their Cybertruck to early 2023. If you if you remember the big unveiling of the Cybertruck where they threw the rock at the window and it got broken. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
They
all on the internet. Like it went viral when that happened.
yeah, it was really funny. You know how something like works every time and then you show it to someone, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they're saying they'll have like a roadmap or the plan later in January, but they're saying they're pushing it back. It was announced in 2019. It was, I think, supposed to be um launching in 2021. but then it got delayed to 2022, and now
2022.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be delayed even more. Yeah.
yeah, to 2023. Um, although I don't know, but do you think that they're gonna launch it on 2023?
I have no idea. They're saying it might be like a combination of the chip shortages, the pandemic, and the design challenges. It all is causing big delays. So I don't think it's a good idea to release it if it's not ready. So
Yeah, I think that's why they're like, yeah, postponing it each time. They
yeah,
don't want to rush.
yeah, especially stuff like cars. Cars like take time to release. You don't announce it like a phone and then release it 2 months later. That's not how they work, or like work for it for 2 years. They take a lot of time. They take years of work, and I'm guessing it might be it might be like released even later. Maybe late next year.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, it's like important to like make sure that everything is good because it's it could kill people like if it's bad or you know what I mean.
Mm,
So yeah, it's really important to launch good cars because you don't want a car that's bad and like a lot of people get killed by it because
mm, yeah,
it has to be safe.
yeah. It needs to go through a lot of testing stuff like that. That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
And yeah. Um, Also in the other Tesla news, like like Elon Musk said, like after they announced in mid-December, they're now allowing some Tesla merch to be bought with Dogecoin. Like for example, you can buy the Cyber Quad, the little electric bike thing, the small one, for about 12,000 Doge, which is $2,300. You can also buy a belt buckle. You can buy a whistle, a cyber whistle, for like $58. So it's they kept on their promise. They wanted to expand into Dogecoin. If you remember, they first started using Bitcoin, and then after like 2 months or so, they backtracked. They said the environmental impact was too drastic. But Dogecoin is a lot less environmentally damaging because it's not as huge as Bitcoin. And yeah, they're saying also or the, also after the announcement was made, the Dogecoin prices went up 16%. So anyone who was invested, I guess, good for you.
Yeah, they made a good amount of money, and so people only can buy the merch with Dogecoin, so they can't buy it with dollars.
Some items are said to be only be able to buy through Doge.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like the S3X XI mug is buyable. Yeah, yes, is buyable by what if you pay 150 Doge, and it says that it is the only option to pay by Dogecoin.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a dollar payment method.
I don't believe so. No.
Well, it's really interesting and smart at the same time. So they're like promoting their merchandise and then like making people pay with Dogecoin and
With crypto, yeah.
uh, yeah, with cryptocurrencies. And a lot of new cryptocurrencies are getting like released every once in a while. Um,
Yeah.
it's really interesting on what's happening with cryptocurrencies and NFTs and
And
getting in
especially
people.
with relation to Tesla, I guess they really want to pioneer. They want people to use crypto more and more.
Yeah,
Even like Elon Musk said with SpaceX, he wants to send Doge to the moon. He's saying they want to send a satellite called a Doge One to the moon with the SpaceX.
yeah. Like Elon Musk is trying to push these currencies, which is interesting. And like, I'm just imagining like the payment methods in the future. Like, will there be a day where there's no dollars and there's only these cryptocurrencies?
That could be possible. People like what, like 40, 50 years ago, or no, not 40, 50. Yeah, maybe like 40, 50. Uh, it was only like cash or stuff like that. You can deposit your money in the bank and withdraw it and stuff like that. But now, all you need is your phone, and you never ever carry around cash money with you.
Uh, yeah,
So maybe cyber, like crypto, is the way to go.
yeah. Maybe it's the future.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
can't know until we like wait to the for the future.
Yeah.
Now to the next news.
Yeah, for final cookie news.
Yeah. So the final news is about a study, correct?
Yeah, they're making basically they're doing studies with wearables, mainly Fitbits. They're trying to basically find ways to help monitor blood sugar levels, and they're using they made a study on about 200 pre-diabetic people and used both wrist and waist Fitbits, and they keep doing basically tests and stuff. They want to see if these measurements can help people monitor their blood sugar levels or blood glucose levels, and they're seeing promising results. They're saying somewhat accurate like predictions
Measurement.
and
Mm.
measurements, yeah. But I think they're saying it's still like a ways away. I don't think it'll be like anytime soon, but I think it's slowly coming into fruition. Basically, they're them and Fitbit and other companies, they wanna work on basically helping people like monitor and regulate their not regulate, monitor their blood sugar levels.
Yeah, it's a really great idea, and I hope it turns out to be accurate because the current method of people with diabetes and how they measure the blood sugar level is with
Mm,
the. I think there are multiple methods. There's like a what do you call it? There's like a circular pin. Put it on your is it the triceps? I think. Yeah.
mm,
Uh, yeah, you put it, and then you can monitor it with your phone.
yeah. Or
Yeah, this is
also,
the most technological method used right now, but it
mm,
still involves it being like a pin being inserted to your body. You can
yeah,
say.
yeah. Hopefully, one day we can do that just remotely without having to check with actual blood.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I hope it turns out to be really accurate and good, because it will make these people like even a lot of people maybe can't afford the sticker thingy,
Mm,
but I think most people use the as well the thumb, the one that you put the
yeah,
pin
the
in
little
the
needles. Yeah,
yeah the needle in the thumb, and then you put it on the machine, etc. And it hurts. Like I hope like everybody with diabetes, like what can like they get this
we
as
can
the
find this
solution.
helpful. Yeah,
Yeah, and I hope it's affordable, so more and more people can buy it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're saying even the like pre-diabetes, 1 in 3 adults in the United States are affected by it. So it's quite a large amount.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
hear that before.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we have to wrap up right now. So so thank you all for listening to today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Follow us on the platform you're listening to us from, whether it's Apple Podcast or Spotify, or any other platform really. And also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The links are always in the description. And yeah, we'll hopefully listen back to us. You will hopefully listen back to us next Tuesday. So goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.